Hello, my friends. There is this kind of crazy, creepy theory going around on the internet right now that the newest season of Stranger Things features a cameo by none other than himself, Jeffrey Dahmer. There are certain factors that make this theory more plausible than you might imagine, and we're going to dive into that. But first, let's take a look at the clip in question, which is brought upon this theory. We'll come back to it. We see Max attending Hawkins High School for the first time. What's going on here? Who's in the background? Do you see anybody important? We're going to watch that again in just a moment, but let's talk about Dahmer. Dahmer grew up in Ohio. He went to high school in 78 and then proceeded to go to the Ohio University in the coming years after that. Of course, during this time frame, his notorious acts began, and they would carry all the way to 91. He was still pretty young in the early 80s. Stranger Things takes place in the early 80s in a similar time frame. However, it takes place in the fictional town of Hawkins, Indiana. Now, where's Indiana on the map? Right next to Ohio. They're neighboring states right next to each other. We know that Dahmer went to high school in 78 and graduated and then proceeded to go to college, so it's not likely he was in high school at the time that Stranger Things takes place. However, it is likely that he was attending college on his own, able to drive, maybe visit a neighboring state, a neighboring campus, as he scouted out young people like he had a tendency to do before he found his targets mostly in nightclubs. And we sure notice a lot of strange things happening in Hawkins, right? I mean, obviously there's Vecna and this monstrous activity, but we just notice a lot of crime and activity starting to happen around this time frame. So let's watch this clip one more time. Who do you see in the background with Max? Who's scouting out the campus? You're telling me that's not Jeffrey Dahmer? Call me a crazy conspiracy theorist, but I think it's absolutely possible. It certainly fits the time frame and the region. But why? Why would they make a subtle cameo of Dahmer in Stranger Things? Well, let's take a step back here. Stranger Things is like the biggest gem Netflix has, right? And what else just came out on Netflix recently? Monster the Jeffrey Dahmer story? Another big property for them? Is it not possible that somewhere up above the top executives at Netflix wanted to string these together, knowing that people on the internet would talk about it and make this connection, therefore driving more marketing and eyes towards each of these products? Is it not some grand conspiracy there? Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it's pretty interesting. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit the like button. I'll talk to you again later. Adios, amigos.